Okay, so thought I'd come back and, to have a try out for the first time with my lovely Gemini machine. And I tell you, it's so nice when you first get it because the plates are so blemish free, and especially I like to this one, the plastic shim. Look at that, just so smooth and not a mark on it compared to like the plastic shim from a poor little snap machine. Look at that. Look at the shape of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, such a mess. Never mind. I suppose that's just what's going to happen, isn't it? If you, whenever you're using them a lot. Right, so let's have a look now. I'm going to start off by using, some of these lovely dies that I got free with the machine itself. Right, all I'm using, got some, cheap gold card. If I remember correctly, I think that was from B&M. So about $1.99 for a pack, something like that. So, just for the first time I'm trying it out, I don't want to use anything, too expensive. I don't want to use my best card quite yet. Right, so I'm just reading the instructions for the rights. Oh my goodness, sorry about this cough. So I'm just reading the instructions to see the right combination of sandwich. That's just, if anyone hasn't used, an electric die cutting machine before, a sandwich is just like, the different combinations of plates that you use. It depends how thin or how thick the dies themselves are. So these are classed as thin metal dies. So what we need to do first of all is to get, now you get 2 of the clear cutting plates in the pack. So just getting a wee bit mess off there. Right, so we need that to go down at the bottom. Right, then what do we need? We need the plastic shim and then the magnetic shim. Now there's 2 sides to this. There's a sort of a, you can see it's sort of like a duller side, and then you get the shinier one. So we need the shiny one because that's the magnetic side, so that needs to be facing up. So that's that. Now honestly, this is genius because usually when I've been trying to to cut dies, what we need to do to stop them moving about all over the place, you need the low tack tape. So this is just the purple tape from Hunky Dory, and what that does, you just put a little bit of that down, and whenever you take your dies off after they're cut, it doesn't damage the paper. But this, I'm really excited about this magnetic shim. So what we will do, if I try this, this frame, oh right, so this comes, I thought it was all in one, just a round one. So this is the floral frame from Gemini. Okay, let's see. So what you can do, I think, just trying to work out how this works. Now I think in effect if you cut that down, so say you've got your paper there, obviously you'd put the sharp bit down on the paper first. So you put that down, and then what you'll be able to do is to, if you see what I mean, just cut another. So then you would have like a whole frame like that. So I suppose it's actually like 2-in-1 dies, but I'm just gonna put them down the way they are. So let's see. So I've got the magnetic shim with the magnetic side up. So position the cutting die blade side up with the smooth side facing the magnetic shim. That is really, really important, because if you were to put see there's that's the bit that cuts, so that's like the sharper bit, then that's the smoother bit. So it's vital that you have the smoother bit going facing down on the magnetic sheet, or else it's just going to cut straight into it and ruin it before you've even had a chance to start. So I'll put that down there. The sheet dust is great, it doesn't move, you don't need any tape. Oh, and I'm not quite sure how that one's going to turn out. That's the other bit that came with the frame. So I shall just put that, so it does all join up. And then this came, so it's like a, just like a little flower and a flourish. So we'll just maybe cut that out separately. Again, smooth side of the die down. And then we've got, now what have we got in this? This is, right, so this is the, so that's the thanks, so that's going to be that one there. So I'm just going to put that down. And, oh, a little flutterby die, so I'm going to put that down there. And oh, I love this one, well, literally do love it. That's a little button that says love, and it's got like the little stitch edge in, which I think is going to be beautiful. So I'll put that down in there. And again, just little, like tiny little flourishes like that. So I shall put them down as well. And then, oh yes, this is the border, so they're called blossoming borders. So I think it's just as it says in the tin, this will go on the edge of your card. So if I just take them off, so what we'll do is I'll put that near the bottom there. And this one, so that's quite a cute one. It's just sort of lacy, so that would be nice. You could even do like a little lacy edge. So I shall put that down. Oh, there's a tiny little moth. Oh, go away, go away. Sorry, I'm terrified of moths. Give me spiders any day. Right, what else have I got? And I've got the, oh yes, loving these hexagons. So I'm going to try those. So let's put these down. So now I've got to remind myself, so the smooth side down, because with my snap machine, if I remember right, it was always the other way. Now, you know, I'm just putting these, arranging these hexagons, and I don't know if any of you are probably old enough to remember Blockbusters. You know, Bob Holness, this was like a game show in the 80s, and it was always like, I'll have a P please Bob, or, you know, whatever letter, different letters up on the board, but it was all in like hexagons. I don't know, that just reminds me of Blockbusters for some reason, but that's showing my age, so I'll just, enough with that I think. Okay, so let me just see. Right, so what else have we got to do now? So we've got, so the cut and dies, blade side up with smooth side facing the magnetic shim. Place your material on top of the die, so that'll be your gold card. So we'll just put this, so we're just covering all these dies like that. Okay, that's perfect, so there's nothing sticking out. Right, what else? Place a clear cutting plate on top of the material to be cut, so that'll be this. Okay, and align the platform combination and feed it into the Gemini. Right, okay, so now as I said, so I've got it plugged in, and there's a little on off switch at the back of the machine. So let me just, oh wow, I don't know if you can see that, but when you put it on, it's lovely sort of lilac coloured lights. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, okay, so what we're doing. Okay, so we're just gonna put this in, then feed it in. Oops, some of my dies are showing there at the edge. So when you're happy that you've got everything the way it should be, so let me just put this in, and it should just automatically catch. There we go. Oh my goodness, that saves doing that. It was a Spellbinder's Grand Caliber that I had before. It used to be ages. Now that cracking, I know that sounds pretty scary, it really does, but it's nothing to worry about. It just happens. It doesn't mean that anything's broken or anything. Oh my goodness. Wow. The pressure on this, I've heard about this, the pressure on this machine, but this is unreal. Oh my goodness. Like all these, now the thing with dies is a lot of the more intricate ones, they have like lots of little bits that you have to poke out, but I don't know if you can see that there, like all most of these little pieces have just come out automatically, and that's what I mean. Once you start using your plates, that's it. Bit messy, but never mind, it's a sign that it's loved and well used, so that's fine. Right, so let's take these little babies out. Okay, so first of all, oh my goodness, look at that, that's just so absolutely perfect. And see what I mean, all the little bits have come out, because usually I've got this little thing, you can either use it to brush out the little pieces, or what's the other side, so just press this down. It's like, this is what you would call a pokey tool. You just push all those bits out like that, but absolutely no need whatsoever. That is perfect. Right, so what else have we got? Yep, we've got our lovely blockbuster hexagons. See, like that. I'm just thinking these would be really good if you were doing like a card that had, say for instance, bees in it. You could use these as a honeycomb. That'd be lovely. So that's those. And what else did we have? Right, let's just, oh yes, right, so now that's with a floral frame. So this is the little flower that came with it. So this does have, see, does have some of the pieces still stuck in it, but that's easily sorted. I'll just push them out. I don't even have to use the little pocket tool at all. So let's take these out. Wow, that's so pretty. Just in like the edge of a card or anything like that. It's just so lovely. So that's that. And I think it all looks really so nice in the gold. Let's have a look. Right, so this one, oh god, that's so beautiful. Right, so that's that floral frame. So this, now there's a few bits still in here. I'll just try and get these out. But it doesn't matter, you'll still get the idea. Look at that. So this doesn't actually cut out, so it cuts into the card. So what you do is you get your whatever size of the card that you wanted to use, and then you could just, you know, have this as a frame and then sort of layer that onto your card, just on some matte layers or something like that. So that is, I love that, so intricate as well. And as I said, there's just a few little bits there, but they're just popping right out. Wow, very, very impressed with that. Okay, so that's that. And also that's these, let me just tear this bit off the edge. Right, so that is your, what's it they called it, blossoming borders, I think it was. So again, really, really intricate dyeing, just a few little bits to be popped out, but nothing much. So it just shows you if, like, the pressure on that machine is really, really good, because if I was to do that in, say, my little snap machine or anything, it wouldn't cut out like half of that, because it's just so intricate. But that is absolutely beautiful. So that would be, again, that you just do that in the border of your card, and it looks as if it's something you've spent hours doing instead of just a few seconds. And same with this other one. Don't know if you can see that there. Oh, look at that, it's just so beautiful. So yeah, so this is just a little practice run just now. And oh yeah, oh wow, look at that. That's my little, I don't know if you can see it, my little love button. Oh, I love that, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I'm going to be using that loads. That is beautiful. Oops, I'm sticking everywhere. And yep, so that's, oh no, what was this? This is our thanks. Now this one is still, it's still stuck into the die. So what happens there is, if I can find where I put that little pokey tool, where are we? Okay, so in the back of dies, I mean, I know most of you probably know this already, but for anyone that's, you know, never die cut before, just those tiny little holes in the back. So you just put a pokey tool through a couple of them, and then it just releases your die cut from there. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put it against a bit of white paper, you'll see it a bit better. Look at that. Beautiful, thanks. Love that. Now, what I would normally do for anything quite as intricate as that, it's going to be so tricky. I mean, you could use your wet glue, but sometimes you can find the glue will show. But what I do, I've got some double-sided adhesive sheets, like gold, silver, red, green, all different colours. I got a big pack of it from Create and Craft last year. So what I would do is I cut out in that, and then all you have to do is when you release it from the die, just peel it back, and then you can stick it straight on, and you don't have to worry about any glue at all, and you don't see anything. No adhesive to be seen, but that is lovely. Right, so what I will do now is we're going to try out that embossing folder as well. Plus I have another embossing, it's called a cut and emboss folder. So we're going to try that. Oh my goodness, all these little pieces. It's no wonder my desk is always a mess, crikey. But that's fine. So I'm just going to put all these to one side and I'll sort these out after. Right. But yeah, I mean, considering they came free with the machine, that is amazing value. Mind you, to be fair, it didn't actually cost me anything for the machine because my boyfriend got it. But yeah, for anyone that did actually have to buy it, yeah, they come free. And it was, so if you're wondering where to get this was on Amazon. I think it was 125. But as I said, you know, this is like a lifetime. You know, you'll have this for years and years and years. The plates you will have to replace from time to time, just because, you know, they will buckle, they will warp. And as I said, you know, I remember we started off with a lovely clean one. Well, obviously this is what happens, but it doesn't have any detriment at all on your card or anything. So that's the oh goodness, that's those. Right, so I'm just trying to tidy up so that we can get some of that embossing folder down. Now also what they do suggest is that whenever to try and preserve the life of your plates as long as you possibly can, is just, you know, don't use it the same way like that. Just, you know, turn it around, use it that way. Even, you know, just keep rotating it, and that way you get the maximum life out of your plates. Right, okay, so now, right, so the embossing folder that we got free, a 3D embossing folder. Now, what was this one called? I think it was Ornate Lace. So, I mean, honestly, it's just so beautiful. But wait to see it cut out. So I'm just going to use the same gold card. So what you do, you just place your card in. So I've just already cut it to size beforehand. Now, there's a different sandwich that you need for these ones. Let's have a look. Right, so embossing with 3D folders. Okay, so place the material to be embossed inside the 3D embossing folder. We've done that. And then, now I don't think we need the magnetic one. Right, so we'll just get that out of the way. So place the embossing folder. Oh, you do use the magnetic shim. So place the embossing folder between the magnetic shim and the plastic shim. So magnetic and plastic. With a clear cutting plate on the bottom. Right, so it's clear plate. This is going to take me a while to get used to all these sandwiches. So clear plate, magnetic. Right, let's try that again. So clear cutting plate in the bottom, and then the magnetic, and then the plastic shim. Right, I am not getting this. Right, okay, so place the embossing folder between the magnetic shim and the plastic shim. Right, okay, so this goes in between the plastic and the magnetic one, and the clear cutting plate is on the bottom. Right, okay, I got there eventually. Right, so what we'll do, I think I'll put it up that way. So again, it's just a case of putting it, oops, let's try and stop everything moving about there. It's just a case of putting it in here, and then it will start feeding it through itself. And it doesn't take that long at all. Absolutely brilliant. Right. Okay, so that is that one. Now you can see already made a bit of a boo-boo here, so I've had the magnetic shim was a bit too near the edge, so it sort of chewed it a little bit, but that's fine. Just got to make sure that it is, you know, lined up with the whole, you know, just in line with the edges, or else that's going to happen. So that's something that you shouldn't do, so that's fine. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh, honestly, that is majestic. That is absolutely beautiful. Now that looks so expensive. Now if you were to, that's just a bit of copy paper here, but just say you were to put that in the front of a card. Look at that. And you could just, you know, even put some flowers or a little topper, or even, you know, a little sentiment in the middle there, and that would be your card done. That is absolutely beautiful. So that's that. So that's the 3D embossing folder. Right, and last but not least, I'm going to try, so this is, now it's this is called a cut and emboss, and this is called Butterfly Kiss. Now I've used this for a couple of birthday cards, a couple of birthday cards, and also a golden wedding card as well, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So that's what it is. It's like a frame, and it's got butterflies. So this is an embossing folder, but the difference with these ones is that you have dies built in, and so it's going to actually look as if the butterflies are flying, and honestly it's just gorgeous. So what we'll do, I'll try this, is I'll put the card inside there, and then have to look carefully to see how we do the sandwich for that one. Alright, okay, so where's the, let's have a look. Oops, sticking to everything. Oh goodness, just torn a wee bit my manual because this back of this hexagon thing is all sticky, but it's okay. It's just torn some of the French language instructions, so I can do without that, I'm sure. Okay, so I'll just have to be more careful. Right, so cut and emboss folders. Right, so what we're doing now. Right, so again, clear cut and plate on the bottom. Then the magnetic shim. Now again, so as I said there, I'm going to have to be careful and get it lined up to the edge. Right, so it's a magnetic shim, the cut and emboss folder with the material inside, and then the clear cutting plate on top. So that's that. Right, okay, so let's get this baby in. Right, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going to ruin that magnetic sheet again. Okay, so let's get this in and we'll see what happens. Honestly, wait till you see this. This is just so beautiful. I'd love to get more of the cut and emboss folders, because it's like an instant card and it looks like you've spent hours trying to do this. Oops, oh my goodness, that even though I know it's fine, that snap is always a bit frightening. You think everything's all broken. Right, so here we go. Okay, so let's just take this out and see. Oh my goodness. Every time I do this one, I just absolutely love it. Right, so there you go. So the middle bit, that just cuts out. Right, and there you go. Look at that. Now the thing is, as I said, it's going to look as if the the butterflies are going to fly, and I'll show you how in a second. Right, so at the back, I don't know if you can see it, you can see that the butterflies are sort of part cut, and they're not supposed to, you know, cut out fully, because if you just push those wings out a little bit, there we go, and this one here. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So this is a Crafter's Companion die as well, Gemini. Got a lot of stuff for my birthday back in March, and this was one of the things that I got with my money. And again, you just, where's that paper? You just, like, you know, stick that on a card blank. You could put a picture in the middle, or some numbers if it's for a special birthday or anniversary, and there's your card, and you know, whoever gets that is gonna absolutely love it. So there you go. So that's my first outing with the Gemini, and I'm more than happy. This is just utterly fabulous. So what we'll do is, sorry, we've only got a tiny little tripod, and I'm not quite sure how to use it yet, so sorry about that. Anyway, so I shall go just now, and again, thank you very much. Oops. One day I'll learn how to film. Anyway, and I shall see you later. Thanks for watching, and if you would love to give me it would be great if you could give me a little, you know, thumbs up, or even better if you could subscribe. That would be lovely. Right, see you later. Bye.